Don't forget to come and
Hey guys,
pick up
it's Amber.
your...
Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a first impressions of the new Natasha Denona Love Face Palette. It's an Eye and Cheek Essentials palette. So if you guys want to know my thoughts, just keep on watching this video. Alright guys, so if you hear my voice, I'm sick. I'm getting over being sick because I feel better. I was very terribly sick for the last 2 days. Actually, the whole weekend I was not feeling good. But I have my water here, so we're going to stay hydrated. If you see a lot of cuts in the video, probably because I was coughing. So yeah, I got this palette from Look Fantastic. I don't think it was supposed to be released because there is no information on this palette whatsoever. Yeah, I think Look Fantastic accidentally not only leaked it, but they put it for sale, and immediately when they've seen that they messed up, they stopped taking orders. They took it off their site completely. But mine came, and it actually came the next day. Like, I placed it, it shipped the next day, and I got it the next day, if that makes sense. So there's really not much that I know about the palette. Can't give you a description because Natasha Denona herself has not said anything about the palette, but this is what she looks like. This is beautiful. So it's going off of the I have it here, the glam face palette that she came out with, I want to say last year or the year before that, which looks like this. This is the dark palette. She came out with this one, and then the light. I do want to pick up the light just because I like the eyeshadows on the light one, but I haven't done that yet. But this is what she looks like on the inside. Beautiful. I'm kind of scared because I don't know if this is going to work for me, and I damn sure know this color is not going to work for me, but I'm a collector at heart. I love collecting things, so I wanted to get it. And I'm also not a very pink person, but I feel like we're gonna see. So I have a very simple base on. I haven't set because this is a cream product. So I'm gonna take, do I want to do a brush? Yeah, I have a dense brush, so we're gonna go in with this and see how it applies with the brush. I don't like it. Let me get a sponge. Right away I can tell you I am not a fan. That looks really crazy on me, but it was as expected. I see the thing about this not being announced on her, I don't know if this release is going to be like how she did with her other release. There was a light and a dark, because this, if you're not a very light person, this isn't going to do well on you. Like, this is very ashy on me. But what did I expect? That's exactly what I expected. And I also don't really, I've never had a pink blush before. I've never used a pink brush before. So this is the shade on my face. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Givenchy Prisme Libre blush in the shade 2. It's very pink, and I have never used this before. Like, it still has the freaking seal on it. What I'm going to do is, I feel like I can always kind of make something work. This cream, yes, it doesn't work for me, but I can hopefully apply this powder on top and see if it will work for me. And I'm somebody I always set my base anyway, so I would have set this with a powder anyways. But yeah, let me get a brush. I don't know if it's my blush brush or this actual blush that smells good. So I can work with the powder blush on top, which is okay for me. So essentially the cream product is not something that I care about, to be honest. I'm probably not gonna use again, just because, like I said, when I do cream products, I always put a powder on over it anyways, and I went way too heavy on. Let me zoom you guys in actually. I should have did that from the start. And I probably should have set my whole face. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm gonna blame it on the medicine. I'm gonna take my Dior Powder No Powder now that we have that on, and I'm just gonna. And I do think this retailed for like $70 something on Look Fantastic, which, okay, but I had a 15, like they gave me 15% off, so I used it, which I want to say it brought it down. I don't know how much I paid overall for it. I just put in my card information and I just checked out. But the shipping was alright, and I didn't have to pay for it. So I'm gonna bronze my face, and this is one of my favorite bronzers. As you can see, I hit pan. This is my Natasha Denona Tan Bronze and Gold palette. Yes, one of my favorite bronzers. So now I'm just gonna bronze up my face. I didn't want to put bronzer on because I wanted you guys to see, like, to focus just on the blush. But I honestly feel like I'm going so out of order. Normally I do my eyes first, and then my powder products, well, my face products, but it's okay, you know. Now let's go into the highlighter, which, first off, let me swatch it. It looks like it's gonna be icy on me. I didn't buy this so much for the face products, but for the eyeshadows. Let's be real. It's a pretty highlighter. Very light for my liking. But again, what did I expect? It's pretty though. As a matter of fact, while I'm at it, I'm gonna do some swatches of both the cheek products and the eye products, and then I'll just display them here. So what I think I'm gonna do is show you guys how I'm gonna do an eye look. I'm gonna essentially do the same eye look, but I'm gonna show you how, with very light eyeshadows, how I try to make things work for me. I am a big fan of pigments. Like, I have a bunch of pigments. I got these from P. Louise, and this shadow is pretty much essentially just going to help this shadow pop on my eyes more. But I think I'm gonna do one eye. I'm gonna show you guys one eye without the eye base, and then we're gonna do the other eye with the eye base, essentially. And I think I'm just gonna do a very simple and easy look. I'm going to do some comparisons because I have some things from Natasha Denona we can compare. I do have my P. Louise Rumor Base in 03 already on my eyes. I'm just going to tap and make sure I don't have any creasing. Like I said, I want to do a very simple look because there's not that many eyeshadows. And essentially, I could just take Giddy and use that as my transition shade instead of this one. But I kind of want this video to be like a what I do to make things work for me kind of video. So I'm going to go in with a very fluffy brush and take the shade Juliet, which is the very light shade. And I'm going to show you what that looks like on its own. Let me zoom you in some more. I think that's good. So essentially, it's just a very ashy color. Soft pink, but it doesn't show that well. But I pretty much just want to buff that in everywhere, all over my eye. I'm gonna go in with the shade Esme, and I'm gonna take that and focus that. Oh, this is a very pretty color. I'm going to take that and focus it on the outer. See that? Oh my god, that is so beautiful. This is so pretty. This is a nice eyeshadow. I don't have to do much work with it. It's blending out itself. Alright, and now I'm going to go in with a more so fluffier, denser brush, like this. And then I'm going to take the shade Aiko? Aiko? I don't know. I'm going to take that and this shade is, oh my god. And these shades are normally, like the darker shades are normally harder to formulate, but this is blending beautifully. That's nice. That is nice. I'm gonna take a clean fluffy brush and I'm just gonna blend everything together. And these colors complement each other very well. So now what I'm gonna do, of course, with everything that I do, every shimmery shade, I go in and I add a glitter glue. I normally take my Pat McGrath one, but it's not in my sight right now. Then with my clean finger, I'm going to go in with the shade Affinity and just tap that right in the center. Hello? Oh my gosh. This is... Do y'all see this? Do you see it? I know you see it. It's hard to freaking miss. Yeah, this shade is beautiful. Not gonna lie, I really didn't know if I was gonna like this palette as much as I do. At least for the eyeshadows. Don't really care for the face products, but the eyeshadows. I think it's nothing. Because this eye is beautiful. Now I'm gonna do the same thing on this eye, and we're gonna put the eye base down. So this is the P. Louise base in Winter Rose. And again, this is normally what I do when I don't think something is going to work for me. I'm just gonna take it on a brush. See, like, this is a very light color, but it works. And then I'm just gonna blend all this out. And if I wanted it to be deeper, I could just go in with more and make it darker. And this is why I'm somebody who, I know people like to just do like one and done things, and so do I, but when I want the va room, I love P. Louise bases. We're just going to do the same thing we did on this side to this side, but now we have a little more help. It went on beautifully. Now I'm going to go in with Esme. Yeah, this color does something to me. Just realized I never set my under eye. Now back in. That's not the brush I used. Alright, and now to go back in with HEYYY. I think she did well pairing these colors. I think on this eye I'm going to take the shade Affinity without the glitter glue, just so we can see. I mean, it's still pretty, but I feel like that glitter glue gave it more of a pat. This look is to die for. I'm going to go back in with the darker shade and just mix, not mix, but merge where the matched shade stops and the glitter starts. Alright, so this is the eye look. I'm gonna go and set my under eye and probably apply lashes, and I think this look calls for a wing. And then we'll be back and probably do something on my lash lines. Alright, I'm back with my face done. So now for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna take Giddy, the color that I didn't use, just because I do want to use all the shades in here. So I'm just going to take that and run that along my lower lash line. It's a pretty color. For the inner corner, what I think I'm going to do is take the Juliet shade, which is the very light pink one. I'm going to try something. Yeah, because it's so light, I can use it as an inner corner highlight. Voila, very pretty. So let's go over my thoughts. As we know, the eyeshadows, love them. My look is very pretty, and I feel like I could do an all matte look, which there's only one glitter shade, so whatever. But it's mostly gonna be like a monochromatic look. But I love the eyeshadows. They didn't give me any problems. They blended out nicely. If you see my left eyeshadow, my left lash wonky, me and this eye don't get along. It took me 2 minutes to put this one eyelash on after I cried because it was good on my nerves. But yeah, so Eyeshadows, I love 10 out of 10. Face products, I could lose that. I take them or leave them. I could leave them. Don't really care for them. So let's go over some of the things that I already have of Natasha Denona as far as like pinkish wise. So I have her Bloom Blush and Glow palette, which looks like this. I can use all those shades. They look really good on me. Highlight wise, I do have her, like I showed you, the Tan Bronze and Glow palette. I can use all these shades. This highlight is very beautiful on me. I can compare it to the Glam face palette, which I prefer this. I prefer this blush over this blush any day, and so does I also enjoy this highlighter more. But for eyeshadow wise, let's see, I have her Mini Love palette. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Which looks like this. Yeah, it kind of looks similar. I really have never used that palette. And I also don't think I've ever used her actual Big Love palette. No, I have not. Which I need to, because this is beautiful. So, very different, but very much the same, if you get what I'm talking about. I'll put a swatch of anything I could find similar in the, not that palette, anything I could find similar in the Love palette, I'll swatch and give a comparison. Overall, I'm happy I have it. If she does end up coming out saying that she has a darker palette, I will also get the darker palette because, come on out, I'd rather have both anyways. So, yeah. Oh, I also have the Love Cheek Duo, which again, oh, excuse me, again, I don't even think I swatched this. I can already tell you I would prefer this blush, this cream blush, over the brush in this palette any day. So yeah, that's it. Let me zoom out. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe, tell all your friends, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye guys.